Hi, I'm Louise Fletcher and I help artists to find their own unique creative voice. Today I want to share with you a video that I made as part of a class for my Art Tribe subscription membership site. And this class was all about how to develop ideas from sketchbook to larger paintings. And in this video that I'm going to share with you, I was moving from sketchbook onto larger sheets of still cheap scrap paper to experiment with an idea that I had for a combination of drawing and painting in mixed media. So you're going to see me work on a series of 3 studies, none of which were intended for sale, just for experiment and practice, but which did lead on to a series of paintings. Oh, and if you want to see the whole class where I take you through how I develop my ideas, it's the Creative Breakthroughs class in Art Tribe. You can sign up for a free 30-day trial. At the link, wherever you're watching this video, there will be a link to do that. And if you can't find it, you can just go to my website, louisefletcherart.com, and message me. Let's get on. So what I've got here is just 3 old pieces of paper. These are not clean pieces of paper. They've had various messes on them. Down the bottom here, this mess is just some old paper I've put underneath because I'm going to put some ink on, which is going to run. And Indian ink tends to soak into that cork wall and make it unused, and I can't get rid of it. So first of all, I'm going to do combinations of ink, charcoal and pastel, soft pastel. So this is something new, and I've no idea what will happen. For one thing, I've never used ink up on the wall like this. I've got this ink is slightly watered down. Try putting it in a different place on each one. It's not pure ink. I've put some water in already. I'm going to put some water on some of this charcoal as well. Now these are different types of paper. This is watercolour paper. This is Fabriano. I think it's Pictura. So it'll be interesting to see what the differences are. Now, I know people worry about smudging charcoal, but I'm actually looking for smudges and mistakes. And now I've got this. In my sketchbook, I really liked a little bit of pink with the black, and this is a soft pastel, not an oil pastel, which means it is very definitely smudgy. Quite like that. A little bit of damp got into it and made it smudge in a different way. Let's try that there as well. I like what happens when water gets on the soft pastel. So let's put some on there. See, unlike oil pastel, soft pastel is water soluble. I'm closing my eyes now because I don't want to be like trying to make things look a certain way. I have got some ink here that is pure, that has not been watered down. So I could put some of that on as well. It's just a pin falling out of my paper. That watered down ink was feeling too wimpy for me. So I wanted to put some more dark on. That's made a mess over my pink. That would be easy to fix by putting some white paint over top and then putting my pink back on. getting some more darker black back in again with more of the pure ink. Tends to soak into the paper and then not look as black. And also I did spray it, so that weakens it. I like that sense of movement that gives it. Not so much just a static lump. Then if I just took the tiniest bit of that ink, I was trying to make it lighter, but it's not really light enough. Just to drip some more down. And I'm just adding some white paint now in a few places, or some very light cream paint to edit some areas and just, yeah, add some parts where I'm not sure I like what's happened or where I want to just tweak it. Not trying to make anything finished, but I am really loving some of what's happening, and I just want to refine the compositions a little bit to something that feels better to me. Just taking some of that darkness out on that side. This pink popped up in my sketchbook. It was a pink oil pastel in this case with some charcoal and ink, but I just liked it, that combination, and then I wanted to play with some soft pastels and see what I could do with those, because they are obviously very different. You can smudge, you can wet. They're not like oil pastels. This is some paint now. Just kind of to see what that would do. And what I'm doing now is putting in movement from different directions. Now these are obviously too big to go in my sketchbook, but I can photograph them and put the photographs in the book and then think about what I've learned. But what I absolutely love here is the clean space. Love space in my work, and the sense of things being covered up, scribbles over other things so that things are obscured and things are peeping out. Just really like that. I like different thicknesses of paint covering up the lines, so in some places you can barely see the line and in some places it still shows through. This just really feels a lot more like what I'm going for than the big pieces of paper covered with everything. I'm going to let these dry off. So maybe the next class behind the scenes will be me developing these media into things. Maybe this is what I will be working on next, because I feel like that experimentation, it all led me somewhere. So do you see how it's all leading somewhere? Like the big pieces on paper led me to certain challenges, and then this day with ink and charcoal really opened up something. And then I suddenly thought, oh, I've got some soft pastels somewhere. I wonder what they would look like. And then onto using those, and suddenly everything feels like it's come alive for me, because this process is magic for me. Far more than just painting, this drawing, which actually takes me back to childhood days of drawing and being really happy with a pencil in my hand. This is it for me. Well, for now, I mean. But I'm thrilled that it worked out this way, because this ends this class perfectly with that idea that when you explore, you do not know where you're going. You do not know why you're doing the things you're doing. But somehow, somewhere, it starts to make sense. And if it doesn't, you had a good time anyway. So I'll finish this class with a wrap-up video. But for now, that's it from me, and that's it from them. Hope this has been inspiring and that you've enjoyed watching that. And if you would like to take that class and join for 30 days free, you can also always cancel, so it doesn't have to cost you anything. Click on this link and come and join us. See you soon.